What's up? It's your boy, Mr. Hurt the Teacher, and I'm going to talk to you guys about Cobra Kai, which is the new Netflix original series. Well, I don't know how new it is, but it's new to me because I just started it. So I thought, why not review it? So, Cobra Kai is pretty much the continuation of The Karate Kid, like that awesome movie back in the 80s that like all of the kids watch. I watched it, my brother watched it, all my friends, they had that crane kick where he kind of stood on one leg and flipped and kicked. Yeah, I tried that before. Alright, first off, it starts off with clips from the old Karate Kid, gives you a little bit of nostalgia, kind of shows you how the tournament entered and how Johnny Lawrence, the blonde major bad guy in there, is living his life. Well, after a couple of while, it clips into him waking up in this crappy apartment, like beer bottles and alcohol bottles everywhere. He goes down, takes out the trash, and runs into Miguel, who is this like geeky little Hispanic kid who we can tell is going to be his protege. It's like obvious foreshadowing, but yeah, he seems like a pretty cool kid. He just stops him and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's just like, "Hey, you're another immigrant. Look, I don't want to deal with you." And then it goes on about his life. By the way, major spoilers ahead, but if you're watching a review of it, you know there's spoilers anyway. Then it goes into some awesome 80s music. That's one thing I loved about this show. They did a whole bunch of awesome 80s music. So they jump into, I think it's Poison. So they're playing Poison. He gets in his car. He drives around, gets ready to go to his job. He has a bunch of crappy jobs. Like he's like a handyman. Everything from cleaning gutters to septic tanks. Then they go into him mounting a TV on this lady's wall. She walks in and gives him a lot of crap saying it's the wrong wall. And he's like, well, it's the one across from her door. There's two doors in the room. So he puts it on the wrong wall. And then she talk about giving him crap. She yells at him for taking a crap in her bathroom. And he tells her, well, you told me to use that one. She's like, I didn't think you was going to take a crap. So yeah, he went number 2 in her bathroom. He ends up telling her she's acting like a B word. And she says, what did you call me? So you know what happens to him. He gets fired. From there, he kind of drives around his car. He tries to hit on some girls and just like, creep, pervert. So he's obviously lost the juice. After he gets fired, he goes home and then he goes to get something to eat from a gas station. At the gas station, he gets a piece of pizza. The guy gives him crap there. He runs into the dorky kid Miguel again. And Miguel is, trying to talk to him. They make cool conversation. He goes outside to eat his pizza and just sits on the ground, trying to just live his life. And some kids from Miguel's school pop in. They give him a hard time. They start harassing him, pushing him. They take his bag out. He has some Pepto-Bismol. They say, oh crap, he has diarrhea. So now his new nickname is Rhea. They pour the Pepto-Bismol in his head. And I guess Johnny's watching it the whole time. And he's just like, not my circus, not my monkeys. Until they push him on his car and he says, hey, watch the car. Of course, the kids kind of, charge him up. And he gets ready to defend himself. And they get in a fight. And it's very reminiscent to the original Karate Kid when Daniel's son was getting beat up. And Mr. Miyagi jumped in against Johnny and beat them up. So it was very, very similar. But the cool thing about this was Johnny Lawrence was this fantastic martial artist. He had the basics down, the fundamentals, but it wasn't like smoke and mirrors or wires or anything. It was just basic karate from a middle-aged man. But it looked pretty cool. After he ends up giving them all the beat down, like of the century, it was a really good beat down. The police come, they mace him. He goes to jail. Of course, you see a grown man beating up kids. They take him to jail. They didn't hear a side of the story. He gets out, goes home and finds his stepfather, who was somebody who was introduced to the story, but his mom was married to a rich guy, and that's why he was able to live that lifestyle. The dad gives him a check, tries to buy him off. He rips the check up and says, look, I don't want your money. He gets drunk the rest of the day, the rest of the night. Then he gets in his car and drives around drunk some more. Go figure. He stops at where they had the old tournament at the last year, the karate tournament that he lost that apparently ruined his life. Like this whole movie is about him getting his life ruined. And these girls hit his car. Like boom. He's drunk. He runs out there and the tow truck guy's there. One part I did miss is like throughout the story, there's little hints of LaRusso Auto. And it's like the auto dealership of Daniel's son. Daniel's son owns an auto dealership and where they kick the competition. Well, his car gets towed to, you guessed it, LaRusso Auto. He goes to LaRusso Auto because he wants to move his car. He really doesn't want to be seen by Daniel's son. I keep calling him Daniel's son, but Daniel LaRusso. He doesn't want him to see him, and of course, he bumps into him. But he also sees the girl that hit his car is Daniel's daughter. I was like, ooh, is he going to tell? Is he not going to tell? Well, Daniel sees him. They talk to him. Daniel offers to fix the car for free. But before he offers to fix the car for free, he calls his friends around at the dealership and says, hey, this is Johnny Lawrence. You know, and they're like, oh, the guy you kicked his butt? And he's like, technically, I kicked his face, but yeah, gives everybody a high five. So he fixes the car for free. Johnny doesn't want him to do it, but he tells Johnny, hey, look, the repairs on this, it's going to cost more than the car's worth. Let me fix it. It's going to give my guys some experience. You get your car fixed. It's all good. Gives him a bonsai tree, and Johnny's had it. Johnny walks out of the dealership, throws the bonsai tree on the ground. Then we get the coolest montage of him getting ready to go ahead and open a dojo and train Miguel. So he finds Miguel, tell him, are you ready for this? He gets a place in the shopping center where he got into the fight and sprays Cobra Kai, gets the dojo ready to look just like the one from the original Karate Kid. And that's where it stops. So right now, I'm psyched about Cobra Kai. The first 2 episodes are free on YouTube. You can see it all if you have a YouTube membership. If you don't, you can get a trial one and binge watch them. That's what I plan on doing. So that's the first episode. After I shoot this video, I'm going to watch the second episode. But I'm not going to do another video today. Alright, this is Mr. Hurt the Teacher signing off. Have a good day.